Can you tell them how much you made in the first month of working with us?
10.5K first month. Can't beat that.
Do you remember how much we spent on your ad account?
I want to say maybe like 600. Honestly, your reputation as a marketer lives up to like what I've been hearing. It's just hands down like probably like better than anything I've ever tried.
Thank you, but nah, that makes me super happy, bro. How long did it take for you to start seeing results?
Maybe like a couple weeks. Like you start seeing like your first like clients come to you like the first week. And then like after the second week, you just start noticing like more bookings happening, and it just kind of feels almost overwhelming. Like, oh my God, this is like starting to get some traction. And all I needed to do was go with you and like kind of just do these little things and just let you handle your thing. And then like just how doing what you told me to do just started working. And it just kind of like was like, whoa, damn. Yeah, it was kind of like a click, like damn.
I'm right here with Jerry. It's been a month since we launched our ad management. Within the first month, bro, what did you end up making with us?
Like around 10.5K the first month off of the ads. It was just a great experience to just kind of see the shift happen, you know?
So before you started working with us, I guess, where were you kind of at within your business?
Honestly, just, I would say like maybe like around half, you know what I mean? Just off of doing it yourself and trying to like figure out a way to do it. And it was always just mostly like figure it out, but not quite dialing it all in, you know?
What were you trying before?
Honestly, we had a different guy who was a bit inexperienced that was using like AI to do it, but it honestly just didn't really help out the situation. As far as it went, like I mostly got my appointments myself, so it really didn't work well with, you know, somebody that didn't really understand what they were doing, you know?
Yeah, that was one of the things I noticed too when I looked into your ad account is like you've spent a lot of money on ads prior. Like you already seasoned, seems like you ran quite a few ads because I was able to look at the account. I guess what was the difference between you running your own ads versus us hopping on board and like managing it for you?
I think the big difference was understanding of how and who to target as opposed to just me throwing money at the ads and hoping to get business. You know, there was more of a direction on where the ads were going to, who they were targeting, who the audience was, and I felt like that helped save a lot of money as opposed to just throwing 1,000 into like ads every month or every 3 months, and it definitely like helped out a lot, you know?
Yeah, and even in terms of ad spend, do you remember how much we spent on your ad account?
I want to say maybe like 600 as opposed to like the 2,000 I was doing like each month. It's definitely like, and the turnaround was just way better than it was before, you know?
Yeah, so that's like super important too. That's something we look at is like knowing when to kill the ad, knowing when to keep an ad lean. So like with us, we spent I think 600 to 700-ish on the ad spend, and that made like 10 to 11K. But it's very important to keep the spend low and like know when to kill it. Like even now, bro, we're killing the ads temporarily because we know if we're gonna spend right now, it's gonna cost more money to acquire a client because of the season we're in. So why did you decide to work with us?
I had heard from one of my coworkers that from the grapevine that you were hands down like one of the guys that knew what they were doing. I've heard that you've worked with Bogus and his team before, and like I've seen nothing but like great results. I've seen how he's out there on Instagram, and that's how he's out there, and he seems to be doing very well compared to like a lot of other artists as well. And honestly, your reputation as a marketer lives up to like what I've been hearing. It's just hands down like probably like better than anything I've ever tried.
Thank you, bro. Nah, that makes me super happy, bro. How was your experience working with me, man?
It was very easy. It was very easygoing. It's like just you receive like a lot of not a lot of thinking behind it or like stressing out behind it. It's mostly just kind of like you receive the direction that in a very confident direction where you're going towards, and it tends to just pay off, you know? It's very easygoing.
Nice, bro. No, I'm glad, man. Like service is the #1 thing for me, and making sure my clients feel like taken care of, and like, you know, just making sure I'm on top of it, bro. It's very big to me. You know, one of the things I like to tell people, bro, is like it's a two-way street. If I do all the effort and the person I work with doesn't do anything, then nothing happens. A big component as to why this succeeded is because I did my part, and then you also did your part on the messaging and the sequences, and just speak to how important that aspect of it is.
Well, I mean, realistically speaking, you know, there comes a time where you have to kind of put that effort in towards it too, you know, like as far as the marketing part goes, I completely trusted you with how to approach it, and all it does is just let you understand that you got to do the legwork for just the messaging with the clients. Once you do that, everything else becomes a lot easier to kind of handle, and it's almost like instantaneous, just how quickly and different it feels, just like less effort on my end,
Nice, bro. Speaking of like instantaneous, how long did it take for you to start seeing results?
Maybe like a couple weeks, like you start seeing like your first like clients come to you like the first week. And then like after the second week, you just start noticing like more bookings happening, and it just kind of feels almost overwhelming. Like, oh my God, this is like starting to get some traction. So it honestly, like I was surprised to see how different it was to kind of see like the results I was getting.
Good,
Honestly,
bro.
yeah,
It's fucking sick. And I know that's a good feeling, bro, because I remember in my business, like years ago, I was super slow. I had no inquiries, nothing was going on. And like what that did, not only for my business, but my mental, it was like downhill, bro.
yeah.
Knowing that clients hit you up every day and are like inquiring every day, what does that do for your business and your mental?
It definitely puts you in a better spot, like very better peace of mind to kind of like know that things are happening for your business, that you're not just standing around, you're not sitting around hoping for a miracle, that like people are hitting you up, and that you're also putting your side of the legwork in messaging people. I know that this business can be very stressful too, going back and forth with clients and then tattooing in between and trying to do the best job you can. But honestly, working with you was just a lot easier than a lot of other past experiences that I had,
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
What were your inquiries looking like before you started working with us?
I mean, honestly, it was just maybe one or two, like maybe questions, not necessarily inquiries. Before, a lot of like looky-loos, here and there, like you'd get like people getting appointments, but like honestly, like not as good. But ever since I joined you, man, it's just been kind of different. Like, wow.
And that's the biggest thing, bro, to scale any business is like if you have a predictable way to get leads and like get people hitting you up, then okay, if I spend X amount, this many people are gonna come in. And then if I close X percentage, I'm bound to make this much. Like most businesses, whether tattooing or anything, like if you don't know who's coming in, it's like you have no way of knowing what you're gonna make, bro.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that firsthand. I guess, after working with us, were there certain things that you stopped worrying about in like life or business?
I would say whether or not like I would be able to make like a better profit than I did, because sometimes this business can get kind of tricky as far as like some months could be better than others, especially around winter time, like it gets a lot slower. But I honestly felt like that peace of mind was a lot easier to get this month than it was previous months before, and I felt like that was probably like the best part about it.
How many years were you like, how deep are you in the game, by the way?
9 years.
9 years. So like you said, October through probably December is like the slowest season, and everybody says that. Did you feel that this season?
This season, it was completely different. Honestly, I would say the last few years have been a little slower, but like, especially around this time, but this year was a lot more busier than I anticipated. And I'm just grateful to have had that, what's it called, marketing part of it in my corner. Honestly, it definitely like changed that around that aspect of this season being slow.
And that makes me super happy, bro. Like the fact that we can get booked during a slow season and like, you're a month booked out so far, right?
Yeah,
Or
month booked out.
the fact that we're a month booked out in like a slow season, bro, makes me fucking super happy. And like, I'm super excited for January, February push, bro. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if we get this busy right now, we're gonna kill it. What is it like working with me day to day?
I would say that it's easy to get in touch with you, or easy to kind of like get like an answer for a specific question in case like there are things that pop up that are, out of the ordinary. Because truth is, like almost a lot of the situations where I get messages can be very different than what is normal. So getting a message across towards you and getting a reply can be a lot easier than, talking to other people as well. Because I understand things can get kind of really busy, but it's just a lot easygoing and fast, and it's mostly just, very smooth,
Yeah, and that's a big thing is like the message sequence. Like a large success depends on the messaging, the response times, all that. But like being able to creatively come up with solutions to either objections or like any concerns they have really push the needle forward, because it's objection handling, it's sales, it's persuasion, and that's what I like to help with, bro. Like if there's certain angles we could say things better, like it just optimizes the process. Yeah, I mean, what did hitting like this 10, 11K mark change so far for you?
Honestly, it helped me. It helped me put my mind at ease. You know what I mean? Because I think one part about this business is everybody just wants to have fun. You know, this job is very fun.
Yeah.
You know, what we do is very fun. It's just the business part of it that can get very stressful. It's the percentages, the drops, everything outside of it, rent, bills, all that can get kind of like very stressful. And I felt like this was a lot less stressful than it was in past months.
That's good, bro.
Yeah.
No, I love hearing that. I do.
Yeah.
How did this impact your career, your tattoo career?
Honestly, like I feel like it's definitely turned it a little bit more around than previous years. And I can't wait to see just how much more of an impact, because I feel like this is just the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just can't wait to see
Nah, same.
where it goes. Yeah.
Same. And it's like, I was telling Louis too, it like compounds, bro. Cause like the more you tat, the better you get. You know, it's hot. And then the better you get, the more you post better work, the more people inquire. And it's like a fucking snowball effect, bro. And like, that's the best thing is like, you know, one good move compounding into multiple people and then getting booked up. Like, it just fucking changes everything, bro. Like, not only business wise, but mental, bro.
Yeah.
Like, at least for me, when I'm slow, bro, I feel it and I hate it.
Yeah, it's the worst feeling. But I ain't feeling that right now.
What surprised you the most about working together?
To me, surprised me was just how easy it was. You know what I mean? Like I felt like this was going to be a lot harder than it needed to be. But realistically speaking, it turned out to be a lot easier. You know, like it just turned out to be like something that was just kind of like, and all I needed to do was go with you and like kind of just do these little things and just let you handle your thing. And then like just how doing what you told me to do just started working. And it just kind of like was like, whoa,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
kind of like a click, like damn.
And it's also because you came in open-minded, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're willing to learn and try these things and like without any resistance.
Yeah, just, you know, dive in there and then just trying to see what's in there. And then it just kind of was like, oh wow, okay, this is where it's at.
Fuck yeah, bro. And that's the thing too, bro, is like when we have a problem, like all of us, bro, like we always amplify it.
Yeah.
And like, it's just because there's no clarity. And then once you have the clarity, you're like, oh, what the fuck? That's all it was. If someone's kind of on the fence about working with me, what would you have to say to them?
I would just tell them that like I understand that where you're coming from as far as like being on the fence. 'Cause I was on the fence with a lot of like different people too. And when I tell you this guy was like the best option that I've chosen, like hands down, like you won't make a mistake working with this person. He's definitely knows what he's doing. He's on his shit.
Fuck yeah, bro. Thank you.
Work with this guy, Godorola. He's the shit. He's the guy.
Last thing, just to reiterate the starting point, can you tell them how much you made in the first month of working with us?
I made 10.5K first month. 10.5K first month. Can't beat that.
Yes, sir.